Today is gonna be story time with your boy. So the Goodwill was closed all week. It reopened finally. Little snow still on the ground. And chaos ensued. I lost some money because I was a bit slow. Welcome back to Mess Hall Digs. It's your boy Mess Hall. I am a part-time reseller. Pretty much what I do is I try to find things on the cheap and sell them for more than that online. Usually on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, whatever marketplace I can find to flip some cheese. Should have worked at Johnny Rockets because I'm flipping cheese. That's a Yellow Wolf thing. Anyway, so today I just want to tell you some stories about Goodwill reopening finally. It had been closed all week. They reopened from 10 to 6 p.m. and all the resellers were out. I know I've talked about the people I battle with in my area. So once they all found out, like I did, the Goodwill was going to reopen, they was all there. The same cast of characters. A few of them you know, because I've talked about them on the show. A few of them you don't know, but I'm going to introduce you to them today. It's going to be a good show. Might not be too many tips and tricks for you, but it's going to be an entertaining story on how I lost out on some money because I was slipping. These resellers caught me slipping. Yeah, boy. I did find a couple things. I'll show you some of the things I did find. Little mini thrift haul. But let's get into this. So right off the bat, as I'm pulling the Chevy in, a little bit of snow still on the ground, I see my boy Cecil. Now, Cecil's been a long time reseller. He's one of my main competition because him and I thrift kind of the same stuff. He does shoes and jackets and clothes and toys, which is most of what I do as well. So as I'm pulling in, I see Cecil going through the front entrance, throwing me the deuces, man. I'm like, yeah! So I was like, damn, Cecil's already up in there. So I had to park, find my mask, get my stuff together, and then I walked in. And as I'm walking in, probably 3 minutes behind my boy, he's in the jacket section holding up this bull starter jacket, like egging me on with his tongue out. Too slow, Mess Hall. And I was like, oh, immediately deflated, because I knew that was at least a $150 jacket. At least. He's holding it up, throwing it in his cart. So I'm like, I bet. Since you messing with jackets, I'm going to go mess with shoes right now. Went over to the shoes, and over there in the shoe section was a guy I've talked about before. I call him, what's up, man? He called me Bo. Bo was over there. He was wearing his baseball cleats in the snow. That's just what Bo does. He wears cleats for shoes. That's his thing. It's all good. So he called me Bo, was like, hey man, there was no whole lot going on in the shoe section at this time. So I kind of let Bo hold it down. So then I whipped the Yui, and then I posted on my Instagram. I saw this Star Wars Luke Skywalker speeder, like 12 volt battery, kid mobile, kind of like the Power Wheel joint. And they were slapping a sold sticker on it because this other reseller chick, I call her Maggie, don't know her real name, but she kind of looks like Maggie from The Walking Dead. So that's Maggie. Never really talked to her before, but I know she's a reseller because she's always got her earbuds in. She's super focused. She grabs everything that she can and she's up out of there. So she got the speeder. That was another $150 at least that I could have flipped on Facebook Marketplace because these things go for like $300. I've seen them go up to like $400 new. So I know I could have got at least $100, $150 for this thing on Facebook Marketplace. I was checking it out. It worked. The battery was working. It was in great condition. So now I'm even more deflated. So by this time, I peep over my right shoulder. I see Cecil is kind of bailed on the jacket section. And the good thing about Cecil, man, is he likes to get lost in some dumb stuff. Like I saw him over there with the picture frames. Now he'll spend 25 minutes looking at picture frames. So that gives me a chance to kind of catch up on what he might have missed. Because I don't know what he's trying to find in the picture frame section. Me, myself, I might glance over there for a little bit, but I don't spend 25 minutes over there. Not a whole lot going on in the picture frame photos section. So I go to the jackets, and I did find a couple gems. Don't know how he missed on these, but I found this made in Hong Kong, like 90s denim, you know, like stoner high school dude jacket, man, from the 90s. Oh, man, this thing was dope. Made in Hong Kong. See the tag? I haven't looked it up yet. Don't really know much about the brand, but it's a vintage denim 90s. Let's go smoke a J behind school jacket, man. So I scooped that one up. Then I glanced over at the jeans section, and lo and behold, I found the Jinko jeans. Now, Jinko was big back in the day. These are the super baggy, super wide leg, you know, like them goth dudes with the chains and stuff used to wear. So I was able to cop those. Then from there, I kind of perused over to where the DVDs and video games are. It's right over there by the toy section. And I bumped into another reseller that I call her Liz, because she looks like a Liz. And normally she's more of like the trinket, coffee mug, vases, little miniature angels that you put on your fireplace thing. She's that kind of reseller. She looks for the little caricatures and the vases and the porcelains and the glass and all that kind of cool stuff. So there's Liz, you know, she's kind of like on the end cap of the aisle, just glancing on like little special, like leftover Valentine's Day red vases and things, and she's kind of preoccupied with that stuff. So I know she'd already kind of cruised through the coffee mug section. I pick up a coffee mug every now and again. I found some really, really cool ones before. I always peruse around the coffee mug section every now and again. So I just made my way over to where the video games were. And there's Rachel. Now, her name probably isn't Rachel, but I call her Rachel, man. Because I had this girl when I was in high school who was always really mean to me. Real snobby. Always gave me an attitude. And her name was Rachel. And that's how this chick acts towards me every time I bump into her. Never really had like a long conversations. More like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? All right, then. Cool. Peace out. All right. That kind of conversation. About all we've ever had. But Rachel likes to camp out in like the DVD, video game section. And she's got her phone and she's just scanning every single thing. So I'm just waiting. I'm being a good dude. I'm just kind of kicked back, waiting. She glances over at me. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, yeah. And I said, have you scanned this section of video games yet? She's like, nope. I said, well, do you want to scan through them real quick? Make sure there's nothing that you really want before I start digging through. She's like, it's a free country. You can look if you want. I was like, okay. Blood pressure. You know, the blood pressure kind of was like up in this area for a second. But then I'm like, but that's just Rachel. That's just Rachel. You know, she's in here. She mean business. So I scanned through. You know, I found one game probably worth about $12. And just to extend an olive branch to Rachel. Like it's all love. We're all in this together. I love everybody. Even if you're having a bad day, I still love you, man. I said, hey, this game's about $12. I don't know what your profit margins are like, but you can have it because I'm not really interested. And she said, oh, thank you. That's so kind. So your boy might have broke through on Rachel, man. So then I cruised over to the sporting goods section, found me a Easton Youth catcher's mitt. You know, paid $2.99 for it. It's probably like a $25 mitt. So, you know, like I said before, baseball season is up. You know, they're looking for baseball stuff. So I scooped this up. Over in the short section, I was able to find these Carolina Jordan joints, man. These are pretty valuable, actually. I could probably get, you know, 30 bucks for these, even though they're just used gym shorts. And from there, I was able to cruise through the women's section real quick, and I found these vintage Looney Tunes with Tweety Bird, all up on there. They're like the overall short joints, man, like the vintage joints. So I thought those were pretty sweet. I haven't looked these up yet either, but I mean, it's got that vintage Looney Tunes tag on it. So I scooped those, and then I was able to find this J. Crew, brand new with tags, J. Crew vintage, I don't know what you call it, Sherpa fleece. It's got the pink and red tones. The pink and red tones are very nice colors. They match very well together. It's kind of like one of those fashionable fits that's really gonna take off this spring. And I only paid, well, I paid $6.99 for this. I paid up a little bit for it, but I mean, I seen them going about $35 online. And that's about all we could scoop, man. It was resellers schooling me, man. I lost me some money because I was slow on the drive over, but it's okay. I was still able to cop some cool stuff. So I think that's going to be it for today. Might drop another video soon on some stuff that sold, because we made some money this past weekend, bro. We made some money. So look out for that. Like and subscribe. Thank you to all my loyal followers who hang with your boy. And I'll see you on the next one, dude. And dudettes, you know, keeping it real, always.